There are many different directions Danganronpa could go, and I'm not sure that's a good thing, but let's just assume that it is. Going forward, Danganronpa has many options to choose from if it is to continue. What I'll be covering today will have some major spoilers for Danganronpa V3, so stop watching if you haven't played it. But if you have or don't mind spoilers, then I'll shut up about this and get started now. So it turns out that Danganronpa V3 was a lie, or more accurately, the entire series. In the final class trial, everyone finds out that they are fictional characters and that the world they live in is fiction. Every killing game in the entire series never actually happened. Previous killing games are mentioned earlier, but the only killing games that the players of the game seem to know are the one at Hope's Peak and Jabberwock Island. In other words, the first two games. It turns out there were more killing games in between, and the one they're in happens to be the 53rd. And this is what I mean when I say Danganronpa has many options to choose from, because honestly, I believe there's potential in the killing games that took place between Danganronpa 3 and Danganronpa V3. Of course, they can just do another game, ignoring the whole everything is fiction crap that I'm honestly not a fan of. However, there's at least one specific idea here that I want to discuss. The 50-second killing game. When you reach the final chapter of the game, you find out what Rantaro Amami's ultimate talent is. He's the ultimate survivor, which is ironic considering that he's the first to die in V3. Anyways, he got his title for making it to the end of the 50-second killing game, and for some reason, he was to be punished, and punishment was participating in another killing game. Something that could have happened to Maki if the mastermind got their way. My question here is, what if there was a Danganronpa game about the 50-second killing game? I feel like a lot can be done if this idea is explored. However, since Rantaro is in the game, would they need to hide the fact that he shows up in the advertising? Well, I don't know, because apparently nobody questioned why Byakuya Togami was in Danganronpa 2 and suddenly overweight, which confused me quite a bit because his appearance didn't really make much sense at all. Kinda like how I had a dream one night where I was in a killing game with Danganronpa characters and Mikan Tsumiki was fat for some reason and I didn't question it at all. Or why the first victim was someone's pet frog. However, unlike my dream, Danganronpa 2 does give an explanation even if I don't like the twist. But let's just assume that they'll want to play it safe. Perhaps any advertisements don't show us that'll be there. It honestly wouldn't be a bad idea for the advertisements to lie again, like how V3's did by claiming Kaede Akamatsu was the protagonist, only to have her killed off at the end of Chapter 1 and replaced by Shuichi Saihara. To be honest, I'm kinda into the idea of having Rantaro be the protagonist, and any trailers will just show the other characters in the game. Maybe a selling point of the game could be a mystery protagonist? Part of the fun or excitement or whatever would be in playing the game for the first time and finding out who the protagonist actually is. But if we do this, how's the demo going to work, assuming there will be a demo? If there is one, I say we just pick someone else to be the protagonist, maybe another character confirmed for the game already, someone that's shown up in the series before, or maybe even someone entirely new that would just be a generic face for the demo. But what is this going to do for the series? Well, I don't know, I just think it would be pretty cool. I'm not sure how many people are wanting to see what Rantaro was like in the previous killing game, but I definitely would. What was he like in that one? What was his ultimate talent before he became the ultimate survivor? What about the mastermind? Were they pretending to be a participant in the killing game, or were they just controlling everything from the shadows? In the end, the only true connections this would have to the rest of the series would be that Rantaro's here and he appears in the next killing game. That and Junko Enoshima. Yikes. This is the only problem I have with exploring the past several fictional killing games. When Junko Enoshima reveals herself to everyone in Chapter 6 of V3, she refers to herself as the 53rd, implying that Junko had appeared in all the previous killing games up to that point. As sick as I am of seeing her, I don't think it can be avoided if the series wants to stay true to its canon, which actually isn't canon, so I guess they can just do whatever the fuck they want if they wanted to. Back on topic, even the whole ultimate real fiction bit could be explored more because honestly, I don't really get it. They sign up to be a part of a series and become fictional characters, but did they sign their lives away to the series or something? What actually happens when they die in the show? Are those their real bodies dying for real, or are they in a virtual world transported to the real one when they're done? Is their consciousness just inhabiting bodies in a virtual world? I honestly don't feel like V3 spent enough time explaining any of that. It's not just that it isn't entirely clear, at least not to me, that I have a problem with, but it's that it just all over everything the game had been seemingly building up to. Yes, I love the theme of truth versus lies, but ending on this note just left me disappointed. Even so, I do think covering the 50-second killing game would be a good idea. But like I said earlier, there are a lot of possibilities, so they could take any random killing game that was mentioned or implied to exist in V3 and just go with it. The other option is to just start all over again because nothing is canon. Since nothing is actually canon in Danganronpa according to V3, this gives them the opportunity to just start fresh somewhere and do what they want with the series. No matter what they choose to do, I'm very much looking forward to what the series is going to do in the future, if anything.